Hey folks, Action Figure-Atorium Season 1 starts right now. I'm your host, Mark Major, and we are going to be doing a tour of the facilities for you today. I'm going to be talking about all the gear, all the lights, the room I'm in. I'm also going to be talking about all the props and toys I have, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what the upcoming season's going to look like in terms of episodes, so stick around. And here we are. I have a trusty keyboard for switching, and I have trusty clipboard with show notes. You will not be disappointed. So we are streaming from Island Station Media Lab here in Portland, Oregon. I'm actually in a little suburb called Milwaukee, which I'm trying to convince people is actually Chilwaukee. I want it to be the new starting place for something cool. And at Island Station Media Lab, we have an assortment of lab coats that we put on. And I'm going to do just that for you guys right now to show you the kind of work that's involved in a place like this. And there we go. I have the analog pointer right here in case we need to point something out. So let's start off with this room that I'm in. I'm going to go to camera 2. There we go. Hey folks, so this is camera 2. This is a wide shot. This is the tabletop psych that we shoot product on, or toys on. It's about 12 feet across. It's about 4 feet high. On the walls here, I've got sound treatment, and let's cut over to this cam. This is my little tabletop cam, and I'm going to walk around. I'll be in frame here in a second. Hey, there I am. So over here, some sound absorbers. In the wall here is a special type of sound treatment that me and Dan Goldman made. This is a right corner angle remover. These are sound absorbing pads, and this is also made of kind of a thick wood, so this also acts as a bass trap. As bass waves go in the corner and bounce around, get trapped in there. And let's walk over here, show you the rest of the room. Over on this side, I'm going to point the camera down over there. And there we go. So here we are. More sound absorbers. These old custom guitar cabs, just kind of cool. 2 matching blue ones. Speaking of matching blue, we're going to roll around. There's the door. There's the corner with a bunch of weird stuff. And behind me is this beautiful, lush blueberry drape and some lights for filming. And back to position 1. Here we are. So let's show off some more things here. We've got up in my ceiling, I've got a couple of light boxes, and if you needed to dim those down, you have to actually stand on the table and individually turn the bulbs off with the switches in the back. And down below here, we have got, we'll drop this even more, hold on. You guys are getting nothing but top-notch service today. So underneath my psych here, I've got all these bins, and these are essentially a art prop collection of toys. For example, on the corner here, this is furniture. I've got living room furniture, I've got bedroom furniture, I've got beds, I've got bathroom stuff. There's numerous toilets in there, numerous kitchen stuff. chairs, tables, TV, stereos. Then there's ones of just things. And in fact, we might pull one of these out, take a look at this. And so we have in here piles and piles of little tiny tchotchkes, like there's like a little car, like a disco ball, there's a little Hello Kitty guy, little doodads, little rings with frogs on them, little turtles. And then we get some bigger stuff, like that, a mixer. This is like from a Pictionary game. It's like a little lava lamp thing, like a dobro. All right, an assortment. Cool props. Moving along, I've got one of just skateboards, surfboards, wagons, outdoor scenery. There's like the, like this kind of Yoda house looking stuff. Everybody needs some of that. This bottom one here is entirely weapons, and when I say weapons, I've got everything, including guitars. That's a weapon, right? Weirdo crossbows, but the whole thing is just, I don't know if you can hear that, but just full of gobs of this crap. I also like to point out to the folks that during any of these shows, if there's something you see in the show that you might want to purchase, reach out to me. DM me or send me an email, mark@actionfiguratorium.com. We've got G.I. Joes in this bin, lots of them, all ages, including that company makes the fake G.I. Joes. Lanyard, I believe their name is. Those are cool. There's nothing but shoes in this one. Wearables like hats. I got one of just luggage. Here's a bin of just babies. Cats, dogs, snakes, dinos, animals, all those things in the prop department. As you can see here, we've got like little trays for stuff. Got some tape. Got a nice pair of scissors. You never know when you have to trim something up. There's something that people don't know about, but clips, very important in the process of toy photography. All right, let's go back up, shall we, folks? Continuing our tour of the facility. All right, so back over here, there are things like flags, right? That can be used to flag off stuff. Control lighting, there's one of these. Got this at Rex Post. It was just sort of laying there in a bunch of crap. It's just one of those dumb reflectors, but you do a lot of cool stuff with it. A couple of boxes to stand on. There is also this, which is the studio's little Lazy Susan for rotating stuff. We'll be doing a lot of things like with Hot Wheels cars, rotating them. Plenty of black drape. I also keep more flags. We keep Windex back here. We keep that rag back there. There's an assortment of special brooms. Look at this. Does your studio have these? I think if your studio doesn't have these types of brooms, I don't know. You might want to shop elsewhere. There are some extra little mat pads to throw down. People who are working. The floor, if you didn't know it already, has got like little mattress pads around it. Those are a gift courtesy of Play Cafe next door. Give those to us. Let's frame back up the psych. All right, so if you didn't know, I've got 3 cameras. This is camera 1. Camera 1 says hi. This is camera 2. Up there, it's the wide shot. You can kind of see sort of a bird's eye view. Then we've got the tabletop shot, and I like to use this when I'm you know, showing stuff off. You can sort of get over there and over here and look down. Something's on auto on it. That's okay though. And then there's also, you guys, this is going to be great for everyone. There's the subject cam, and that's going to be what the camera sees. So this is it. There. You can see what I'm doing then, as far as like focus goes. You know, setting the ISO on this stuff, and also if I decide to do anything where, you know, you just do a slight maybe adjustment of the piece, so now you can kind of get a different sort of looking shape. She's got a little bit of smudge on the eye, it looks like. It's a little dark. Some of those things I can fix in Photoshop too. You know, you can't go crazy with this stuff, but you can see what I'm doing here. And actually, you know, it'd be cool is if, and maybe this is something I do in future episodes, is like a split screen. So, you know, as you can see, I rotate this. You know, you can see the effect it's having on the subject. You know, so those are our camera shots for the show. There is also also a bank of wireless mics, wireless lavs. I have guests on, and the workstation is right down there. You can see we've got all the latest high-tech gadgets. The Allen & Heath Z10 is recommended, I think, as one of the better USB interface mixers out there. I would put it above the Behringer, above the M Audio, definitely above the Pile. All right, so let us go through our list of notes, folks, and see what we haven't talked about so far. All right, so let me just kind of show you some of the toys that are lurking around here, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to this wide shot. And basically, I'm just going to kind of pull some stuff up here. Actually, let's grab the keyboard. Let's grab the keyboard. All right, so here's a tub of Hot Wheels stuff, and just kind of go through what's in here and see what we're going to have roll out for this season. One of the things me and my friends have been doing is these Gaslands cars, where you take a Hot Wheels car and you sort of repaint it to look like, you know, like some sort of Mad Max apocalyptic vehicle. So you know, there's like this guy. These are ones that I made, and I have video of us building these, and I need to edit them and do some voiceover. Not very exciting, but you know, some people love these Gaslands cars. But my plan is, in addition to doing some really nice photos of these, is to also do some, because the ones I make, they roll, right? So what I want to do is do some videos where we actually roll them around and shoot them down some tracks. So I've got a whole bunch of track acquired. I've got loops, I've got launchers, I've got air launchers, I got battery-powered launchers. I've got some kind of a boost thing. This looks like a water slide. Look at this. Check this out. Here, I should need to I'll just cut back and forth. I guess it's like some road. You know, it's just like sticky paper road that you glue on. Let's put these dogs back in the... Oh, check this out, folks. Look at this thing. Look at that. That's basically like an LED flashing car with a woman's see-through shoe on it. I think you can realize that that's about as good as the show is going to get when we get to that episode, and you're going to want to see that. There's some more weird sort of red-blue Mustang thing. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of this track, and we're going to be looking for more track, and there's also just weird post-apocalyptic set pieces like that. Looks kind of cool. These Dr. Octagon arms, like found 3 of them. You know, like these could be weird, you know, apocalyptic sets. Here's something that you guys may not be aware of, and this is coming up in future episodes, but this is a Hot Wheels video racer, and what it is it's a Hot Wheels car with a camera in it, and it's very light, and bought the size, weighs less than a Hot Wheels actually, it's all plastic, and you simply press the button, and it will start recording, and then you press it to stop it, and then it has a oh look, it actually fires up. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a little screen on the bottom that you can play back. Now on these, they record the audio as well, and the audio is just like a little mic that picks up the sound of the wheel on the track. Do not listen to it. It just sounds like one-on-one pain for the ears. But this thing will do 60 frames a second, and they record as AVI, and it just has a little USB port in the back. And the cool thing about this was that they gave you this editing software, video editing software for it, and it was, believe it or not, it was pretty good. It was about as good as like any of those iMovie software. So I bought one of these, and it comes with a bunch of these accoutrements, like, you know, it's got a little case that you can fit it in, and then you can put this on wear it on your wrist. But we ended up getting, dun, 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 a second one. So we actually have 2 of these Hot Wheels Racer, a gray one and a black one. So we'll be doing some videos with those on the tracks, along with the Gasland stuff, you know, like a little chase car. All right, button that up. This is a bag of future Gasland's cars. These are all ones that we stripped the paint off. We drilled them apart. I really need to do like a how-to make Gasland's cars, or what the prescribed methods are, but I got, you know, basically just, you know, piles of these sort of ready to go. The plastic parts you can't strip the paint off of course. So this is like a plastic body, but it had a metal body that it goes on. So these are all going to get built into future cars, and you know, you can do things where you just like glue bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies, and you know. All right, back to a wide shot for a minute, just to break up the monotony. I also have a bunch of just loose Hot Wheels cars in general that we haven't got around to stripping the paint off of. There's a sort of a bucket full of cars, and we can cannibalize those later. Here's some more stuff in the Hot Wheels bin. Here's the Space Rescue, and look at that, the Space Cop right there. You know, police and rescue in space. And apparently they show up in, these guys show up in cars. That's what happens. So if you're sort of on your own asteroid and the sheriff puts a lien on you, that's who's going to arrive. All right, let's move on, shall we? Let's sort of ditch this stuff for now. We are, in case you've just joined us, we are broadcasting from a little suburb outside of Portland, Oregon, called Milwaukee. Not to be confused with Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which, you know, that's a nice place too. Everyone likes Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's no complaints. But this is a little different than that. It's just a slight change from the Midwest here on the West Coast. All right, some of that is away. Let's move on to more stuff down here. I have some bags of fake flowers. Not sure what I'm going to use those for, but you know, useful for something, right? Should we do photography? Okay, let's see here. Let's keep this excitement level for these toys in bags going, shall we? I am a fan of the Monster High product line of toys. I've never actually watched the show. I'm sure it's unwatchable, but I really love the aesthetic. I love the sort of like Universal Monsters sort of makeover to just like, you know, the teen girl experience, and you get these kind of cool gothy girls in this, like, you know, Dracula clothing, or you know, sort of like Frankenstein girl. And so I love collecting these whenever you can find them at Goodwill for a couple bucks. They've always got really interesting outfits. There's like one's supposed to be like a creature from the Black Lagoon, so she's kind of in, you know, got like seaweed and scales and stuff on her clothes, that kind of thing. But I have a bunch of these toys, and we'll have to do some kind of a shoot with them. I'm not sure exactly what, but when you have a lot of something and you put it together, it looks kind of cool. And every once in a while you end up with something like, look at that, that's weird, isn't it? I don't think you want a piece of that, do you? I think you're kind of, maybe you do, I don't know what you guys want. But as always, like I say to people, if you put it in the comments, I will I'll reply, I'll respond, I'll at least give it a like to show you that I read it. You can ask questions. You can ask questions in the chat. Occasionally I do check the chat, you know. I think we agreed that we're all sort of, you know, going through times where it's fun to reach out to people. So here's another bag of stuff. There's a series I made, an animated series called Star Trek, which is based on these toys that I got. It was a Uhura, and whoever this guy is, Chekhov, and you know, these are not Barbie sized, which is 12-inch. These guys are 10-inch, I believe, so a little smaller. And I picked it up thinking I could resell them. When they didn't resell, I was like, all right, let's make a show out of them. So what I did is took photos of them, and we used this software called Headshop. And with Headshop, we were able to bring them into a 3D model. And once they were a 3D model, we could make skits around them. And so I wrote some skits with these characters, and I put them on YouTube, and no one seemed to care. Now this is like a weird guy who I got one of these resale businesses in Portland. He's like some terrible bootleg Darth Vader guy, but we made a version of him and we put him in the show. If you look for Star Trek on YouTube, you may find it. They'll try to tell you that you want Star Trek, but you don't. Also, this guy is in it, which at the time when we made it, I didn't know what he was. I just thought he was another bootleg. Turns out this is from a Muppets toy set called, you know, Pigs in Space. And also this guy is from that same set. And I don't even know if this is a guy. I mean, I just, you know, it's got these pieces that go together, and they kind of go wherever you want them to. But we made this guy into a character, you know, and a friend of mine did the voice, and we put it through like a flange. It sounds funny. So these guys all have their own show, but we'll do some Star Trek stuff later in the season. We'll take a day and talk about it more, maybe run the clips, see what folks think. Moving along, let's see what we have next here. I know this is in the way, and no one wants it in the way, so I'll move it. But you know, a lot of shows they don't even give you lights. Oh, let's see what we have here. This is a bunch of. It's a bunch of like Kiss figures that I acquired from like a bag. It was like $5 for a bag of these or something. And I got a couple of Catman, and I don't know, here's like a demon, whatever that guy is, and here's Space Fraley and some sort of drag queen with a wig, kind of a cool guitar. So there'll be some type of a Kiss shoot at some point. I'm not sure exactly what to do. And look, they even come with like a roadie or something. Or this guy's some sort of a, you know, like a tour bus driver. You know, one of those guys. You know what I'm talking about. There's a couple stagehands who watch this show. I don't have to tell you guys anything. But there we go. We got the Kiss figures. Let's see what else is down here. All right. So there's a bag, and and well, there we go. The handheld is not as awesome as you guys think. So this is all like my little guys that was on a shelf in my bedroom, and I just took them all down. But there's a few cool things in there. There's like a weird Playmobil girl with an Admiral hat. Hey, there's like one of those Xenas. Tons of little small little robots, kind of babies or something. Well, this just generic guy. Yeah, you can go through this for days. Not everything's in here. Oh, I like this. Look at this. What do you guys think of this? It's just like a pig statue, but see that? See it lights up when you press it down? That's entertainment, people. That's entertainment. So that was just a quick bag that I pulled out. There is, of course, this entire box is full of figures. This has got everything from this guy, you know, Jack Sparrows, Ninja Turtles, Lizard Men, dinosaurs, Mega Dude, you know. And it's basically just like an entire tub of this stuff. You know, it's got like a, you know, this weird sort of battle armor He-Man stilts guy. You know, check this dude out. What do you think of this guy? Think he's going anywhere in life? Nah, he's clearly a sign holder for a mattress place. Guy's going nowhere. None of these guys are really going anywhere. Think this guy's going anywhere? Nowhere. Oh, look at this. We got, this is a Galactus. He's like huge. And somewhere in here is like, yeah, there's like a little small Silver Surfer guy. And he can kind of like go with them. Let's pop this one up. Let's get rid of him. Nobody wants him. So we got this dude. And then here is our the Herald of Galactus right there. They're almost on top of each other. Pretty amazing, folks. All right, so I think you get the idea. Bin full of toys, stuff's coming out. But what else, you ask? What else could be in there? Well, you know, how about this bin? All right, this is a collection of pirate stuff. I know you guys love these multi-cam shows. Yeah, so we got like flags and sails and sails and sails and pieces of sails, and then, you know, an occasional ship will show up, or if we want like a ship to be in the background, or sometimes the sail can have low quality and there's like just a platform and part of a ship in case just a set to shoot on. Here's some Mini-Mates pirate guys. Now these actually came out before they got the license, before Diamond Select got the license for the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and they made their own sort of pirates. And I went ahead and I bought all these guys. I thought they were cool. I thought you could do a show with these guys, and maybe you can. And I also picked up this. This is sort of a this is an X-Men character, but I thought she looked more like she would be like a pirate queen, and she's going to be sort of the queen of the Black Heart will be the name of her ship. And here's like a little frigate rig, and there's another bigger pirate ship, you know. I think you guys can see where this is going. And then there's, of course, gratuitous amounts of, you know, cannons and cannons. And of course, there's some cannons, and then there's cannons, and then you gotta have cannons, and there's not a pirate unless you got cannons, and then sometimes there's just like cannons in bags, and occasionally you just need like an extra dinghy, or another extra dinghy, or, you know, just an extra ship in the background. Or what about just a giant anchor? A guy who just like has to pull, like a dude who has a giant anchor around his neck. Or, you know, another set, just some, like, just the top wheel. Look, another dinghy. Look, we got here, folks, another dinghy. And another sail. And another cannon. And another cannon. And actually, here's the best thing I got. Look at that. Look at that. Does that say? What do you think about that, people? Maybe I should put that on my bike. Do you think if I rode around Portland, this on my bike, do you think people would be like, yeah, man, right on, buddy, that's cool? No, they'd hate it. You know why? Because they don't know what real tyranny is. Okay, so let's see here. Let's put a few pieces back. Putting things back is probably the least exciting part of the show. I realize that, and I'm trying to mitigate it. I know sometimes you get weird sounds in the microphone, and, you know, part of the live stream exposure is the elements that come through a little rough, microphone peaking and weird noises, etc. All right, you guys are probably wondering if there's more stuff down here. There is. There's no need to. We're just making piles of stuff now. There's no need to get mad about it. We got a little bigger box coming out. All right, that one actually physically hurt. And this one can go back. All right, so there's some vehicles I've collected over the years, and I think we'll just pull stuff out. So, you know, got like the cool helicopter was $1.99. You know, it lights up, or used to. It's got like a thing that comes out and you can drop stuff down. See what else we got here. We got a Playmobil school bus with oh yeah, there we go, working lights. Look at that, folks. That's going to be an episode right there, just non-stop photos of that. Look at this. Hey, let's keep, got the garbage truck. Oh yeah, always backing up. Now here's something interesting. Look at that. You could actually put your food in there. You could take this to work as your lunchbox, and you could eat out of a garbage truck if you wanted. My tip to you. There's this thing, some kind of weird car with a, look at this, look at that. Some kind of a grabby thing. Let's put that away. Here's something cool. I got these on the cheap. A couple of, you know, Apollo 11 looking trash. And I guess, you know, I don't want to give away the ending or anything, but I think, yeah, look at that. Look at that, stacks. See that? Brilliant. So I think we're going to do a whole moon episode. I think maybe like bring in some, I don't know, cat litter or something and make some moon rocks, or spray some foam. Whatever they did to actually make the fake moon landings, we'll do those as well. Look, there's like one of these guys. Yes. What kind of thing, you know, dude could go in there. This is kind of cool. This is a like an ice cream truck, and you know, if you take out these two things, I can jam some characters in there. This thing's all kind of gross and sticky, by the way. It's going to need a washing or two. All right, so now we have just a whole armada of these, like, sort of Playmobil vehicles. There's like this one, there's like the taxi. You can just make like endless stacks of these. Look at this little Polly Pocket car. Look at this. This thing looks like, see that? Looks like Apple made it. Looks like an Apple product, doesn't it? That sort of glossy, cheap, over the top. I don't know, junk. There's a lot of these little cars like this. This guy. And here's the commuter. Almost like smart cars. Cool if you can get them. Even cooler if you can't. All right, so there's this, another little Playmobil car. Cool boat is in here. Oh, look at this. Some kind of a moon, weird moon vehicle. I think it, I don't recall. See, it's missing, as you can see here, it's missing one of the wheels. And that's one of the things about getting stuff at the thrift store. But it's got a little door that opens up, and it's missing the cockpit, but that's okay. You can put some astronauts in it and shoot through it. Hey, look at this. There's a mystery machine. There's another little cute car. Look at this. This is kind of like a golf cart with doors. Kind of cool. You know, tons of this kind of stuff. Cheap Army Men. GAC. All right, this is kind of cool in a Breaking Bad kind of way. Look at this. This is like a Playmobil RV, and this one that I got is all kind of messed up. It's missing all the little rubber parts and stuff that would go in it, and you know, there's all these, like, there's something would go there, but it doesn't, you know, makes it so you don't feel bad if you decide you want to decorate it or paint it or repaint it or do something, and you can always open it up and you can use the inside as a set and jam people in there. And there's tons more stuff in this bin to look at of vehicles like this luggage thing, submarine thing, terrible car, this, a Hello Kitty airplane, jumbo jet looking thing. You know, this kind of thing. I'm missing the front wheel for it. So if anybody wants to locate and donate one, always accepting. Look at this, there's this thing, which I think used to spin when you press this down. I think it used to, or no. Oh God, you don't want to listen to that. Anyways, that's badass, people. No, it's not. It's terrible. I'm joking. And there's still another half a box to go. So I think we've seen enough of that shot long enough. Put some of this back. Again, you're watching the Action Figure-Atorium here. We are giving a tour of the studio. I'm just bringing out some of the toys that are underneath here. I just pulled out this bin, which is full of vehicles. And we're going to move on to some other stuff down here. There's another even larger bin. All right, so I've got some bigger sets in here. I've got I can use a lot less cars on the set right now. All right, that's how we treat things here too, by the way. Oh, look at that. All right, so we got like this cool like little bridge, and then there's you know, this thing is like some kind of like a stage truss. It's got lights. Have a band. I don't know. Maybe that's where the KISS guys come in. You know, there's a saying: the more lights, the less talent. Just going off the sayings. Look at this. Some kind of Animal Planet guard tower. I don't know what that's all about. What are you teaching these kids? And someone was asking, well, Mark, is there more pirate ships? Yeah, there's a few more. Don't have to get mad. Look at this. This one's got everything. It's got these things open and this opens, and you know, there's a whole world, and it rolls. And when it rolls, it actually looks like it's on the waves. So we'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff with things like that. There's no need for people to worry thinking that's not going to happen. You'll get your pirate ships. Speaking of which, I also have this really like 3-foot long black pearl ship that I got at a garage sale. And this is just the back of it to give you an idea of how massive this thing is. But got the whole thing, and you know, you can shoot multiple scenes, multiple sets with just the one ship that I have. Okay, so this is interesting. I remember I got this a long time ago. This is Playmobil. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Playmobil line, you should tune into this show, because a lot of things I talk about is toy collecting and toy brands, and I get into a lot of that stuff. It's not just necessarily photography and art, and although I do a lot of that, right, there is also a sort of toy appreciation that goes on, and the Playmobil line is kind of one of my favorites. They're kind of like they're kind of similar to Lego in many ways, in the way they sort of take pop culture and then refocus it through their form, the form that the Playmobil guys come in. And I think they tried making a Playmobil movie, which is a copy of the Lego movie, and I'm sure it's terrible, and it's not Playmobil's fault. But this is a ship that I got that is actually, it's like a Roman ship. It looks like it might be Egyptian, especially because of the eye. but it would be like a Roman ship that sort of, you know, stole concepts from the Egyptians. And look, I got one set of oars. I don't remember where the oars go, or how they go, or where they go, but I do have them. I do have some oars for this. I think there may be some more stuff inside. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of junk in here. Oh, this crazy stuff. How did this guy get in here? Who's this guy? Does anyone know who this guy is? How did he get in there? Yeah, this thing's loaded with crap. There's like some barrels and some weird toy stuff in here. A little, yeah, stuff just hanging out. So this is what's in the big tub, is some of the bigger sets. Very exciting, people. All right, so moving along. People want to know, well, what else is under there? Well, great question. More stuff, believe me. Let's make some room. And we're gonna go this way. Let's move this over here. Oh man, here's another bin. All right, so this bin is full of more just loose figures, all kinds, from weird Batman to Dr. Octagons to Mega Mans, Robins and Poison Ivies, and this giant bug guy, and Ramen Noodle Man, and whoever this guy is, and this dude, and hey, look, it's weird. Look at that, it's mummy face, man. Look at him. Look at that. This guy wants to get to know you. Wants to know where you're at all times. This weird sort of anime girl with a Glock. You know, weird dragons. Some figure that turns into a bird. You know, there's like oddball Ninja Turtle stuff in here, playing hockey, and you know, there's occasional like plushie, occasional Powerpuff, but you can see looking through this thing that it's just chock full of random figures. And oh, this actually used to be this is a toy that my cat played with. This is catnip in it, and it looks like a cat on catnip, or what humans think a cat would look like. Anyways, that's in there. Look at this. You can see all, you know, it's a Transformer, some Man in Black. Ah, man. Look at this. This is what, remember I showed you the Hot Wheels Space Cop car? This is what the actual cop looks like when he gets out. And he's like, yo, talk to the hand. And everyone's like, nah, I don't talk to anybody. Look at this guy. What's he doing in here? He's injured. Look at that. He's got a bad this and a bad that, and he's also not terribly blessed with good looks. That's 3 injuries, people. Oh, look, cute fireman or men. There's wrestlers in here. How come there's like an endless amount of these like Pokemon Pikachu guys? Like you can't get rid of them. Oh, here's another. Look at that. Another one of those guys, one of those kabuki theater guys. You know what I'm talking about. Guys without hands. Seen them before. All right, let's move on from this pile of generic toys, which, I mean, you guys have to admit, that was a pretty good box. All right, there's some giant sets, some Hot Wheels stuff. I think right now we're going to reset. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the future episodes coming up. Wide shot of the studio. And to do that, let me go grab this bin. Everything today is for the kids, by the way. All right, so let me just show you what we got coming up here. So we're going to do some For President memes where we're going to take action figures and we're going to photograph them, and then we're going to do a little bit of Photoshop. They'll be kind of part studio, part Photoshop in those episodes. And so there's going to be one with an Aussie, because Aussie needs to run for president. And we're going to make his running mate be this guy, Jesse Ventura. Yeah, there you go. So I'll just be kind of lay stuff down. All right. All right. We're also going to do an episode with a couple of astronauts. You know, I got $3 into this guy. I don't know what I paid for this. Probably the same. One blonde, one brunette. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, this one's going to be stellar. So we've got a George W., right? And he can't run for president of the United States, but maybe he runs for president of someplace like Venezuela. And his running mate is going to be this guy, Dick Cheney. That's right, folks. It's a Dick Cheney action figure. And if that doesn't blow your mind, there's also a Donald Rumsfeld action figure. Look at this. And the worst thing about it is I think this guy talks.
Analysts say what they say, and quite honestly, they seem to me to be all over the lot. It's inaccurate. I have not opined on that subject.
All right, let's see what he's saying.
I'm working my way over to figuring out how I won't answer that.
All right, here's something interesting. This guy and this guy are two extremely rare but cheap toys called Hin-Star Warriors. Hinstar, it's the company. They're called the Hin-Star Warriors, and sometimes they're just called Star Warriors. And it's really fine to find any mention of them, and a lot of times if you do find mention of them, they're going to be by pictures that I have posted. So these guys will be coming up. They'll be getting their own special episode. Oh, here's a couple more good-looking guys. Look at this. What do you think of this? We got one of him, right? This weird, he's got some kind of weird bombardier ski outfit. And then this guy, you know, just kind of a hang-around buddy, sort of shows up, eats all this guy's food. I've got a Sailor Moon figure that no one seems to like. This is kind of cool. This is a Blues Brothers 2000 John Goodman figure, and when I brought him up to purchase him, the cashier actually, when she looked at his face, laughed. She laughed at it. Here's something interesting. Some weird dog man action figure with the dog insignia. He's wearing these camouflage pants, which, by the way, the Dick Cheney figure had camouflage pants on. Supposedly he was duck hunting, but, you know, who can say? Then there's like a terrible Darth Vader whose rubber suit is falling apart and leaves rubber everywhere. And we've got the Storm in all white, sort of a cool X-Man variant right there. And I think finally we'll show you that there's one of these Barbie Space Camp dolls that will probably go in with the space guys, space action figures. So that's a look at what we have coming up for some of the shows this season. I'd like to do a little bit of a ending on plugging my various social media channels. A lot of people ask how they can find where these pictures end up, or how to get a hold of me and that kind of stuff. And so let me first say that I have an Instagram account called Figure-Atorium. You can follow me there, and you can check out all of the cool shots that I do when I post. I also have a Twitter account, also called Figure-Atorium. I don't use that one as much. In fact, I kind of stopped using it altogether, but every once in a while I might post something on there. I'm always trying to get more people engaged, and if some people are on Twitter, that's fine. The two video channels you can find me on, there's a Twitch channel I have, twitch.tv/actionfiguratorium, and I try to stream from here in the studio every day in the afternoon. And the videos are then archived on my YouTube channel, and its name is like 1,000 million characters, so you'll just have to do a search and hopefully you'll find it. I do not use Facebook for Action Figuratorium, but I do have a vanity label that I run that I release my music under. It's called B Catalog Records and Films. I also put all my animated shows on there like Star Trek and Path to Redemption, Captain America, which is based on a Minimate. Johnny Submarine idea is based on the McFarlane Beatles John Lennon action figure. We did some photos of him and brought him into the 2D software. So if you want to check all that stuff out, you can find my Facebook page, B Catalog Records. You can also go to the B Catalog Records and Films on YouTube to find all these. And finally, I'd like to end on the Action Figuratorium contests that are going to be going on this year. And these contests are going to consist of stuff which I'm going to be giving away to you. And what you need to do is you post in the comments what you would do if you won the item. So say I put up a Hot Wheels car and you say, well, I'm going to strip the paint, I'm going to paint it, I'm going to make it look like this. And if I think that your idea is the best one, you're going to win that car. I will send it to you. Whether or not you do that or not, don't care. Well, no, I do care. But, you know, what I'm saying is there's no one's going to, like, police this. No one's going to come up on you and like, hey, what have you followed through with your idea yet? You know, in that way, I don't care. I'd love to see you do something with it and at least enjoy it in some way. So I'd like to have everyone participate in as many of these contests as possible, because I think coming up with great ideas is what the stuff's going to do. To me, is just as much fun as actually doing it. So with that, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I would like to thank everyone for watching.